Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Realm, your weekly Final Fantasy XIV podcast. This week, I'd say this is a show that we do once every anywhere from 5 to 6 months, and this is the Content Lull show. This is a show where we talk about our kind of micro goals, what we're working towards, as well as just ideas that we have for Square Enix regarding improving the quality of life on Content Lulls. This time I think I know exactly what I want to talk about. But in order to do that, the show about nothing, I am one of your hosts, Michael, Mr. Happy Poverome. Of course, joining me is Sly, aka Slythefox, aka Sly, aka Greyfox, aka you, my boy Blue. How you doing?
So, what are we talking about?
That's a great question. Sly asked me that about 4 hours ago before the show started. You know what my answer was? Not a fucking clue. Hashtag demonetized right off the bat. We are at that point. It's Sly, we're used to this show.
Yeah, we're used to the show, but it's been a while since we had the show. That's the thing about it.
I mean, that's been good. I mean, Stormblood, we never really had to worry about that up to this point, which is more than I can say for 3.1.
Yeah.
Man, it was between 3.1 and 3.2. If you guys don't remember State of the Realm from then,
we had a lot of community shows.
We had a show where we literally talked about games we were playing that were not Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
It got to that point. And to be fair, that might come up as a topic today, other games that I'm working on, because that is one of the things that we get to talk about. Whenever we talk about content lulls, a lot of the big topic that usually comes up is, oh man, I'm good thing all these other games came out, or I'll just play this instead. That is a pretty popular topic. But Sly, we're gonna tackle the idea of a content lull a little bit more directly this week.
Okay.
Okay. The big thing we never do is we never talk about what could improve the situation. We don't really talk about the things we are thinking of working on. We don't talk about the things that we kind of wish we had, and we just bitch, basically.
Yeah, we primarily complain about the situation, really, but honestly, right now I don't have any complaints.
You don't have any? I don't really have complaints. It's more like I'm a little grateful for the content lull right now, personally, but I'm not grateful for when it ends, and that'll come up as a topic in a little bit. So, Sly, yeah. Why don't you have any complaints right now? Because that's a big thing. Whenever we get to the 4.1 patch, you see the Reddit posts, you see the official forum posts, like, lull, dead game, where's the content? It's endless. And it comes up on the show, so why do you have no complaints?
Because I'm primarily working on Ultimate.
I'm so jealous. You know what I got told today? Haps, do you have a ninja? Just go level your ninja and we'll do it. Because my ninja is going to be instantly item level 340 with a full, like, experience.
Yeah.
Every group has a melee already that isn't the ninja. So all the groups need the melee that is the ninja. And that's my situation right now.
Yeah, I'm so glad I joined a static that already had a ninja.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now, is the group that already has the ninja. You know what I'm just gonna do? 4.2, fuck it. I'm gearing my ninja and my monk. I'm gonna have to. I need to be ready for this moment.
And by that time, what time frame do they really release the restrictions on drops for?
As soon as the next even numbered patch hits.
Okay. So yeah, by that time, you should be geared.
No, by that time, Sly, in 4.2, I need the ninja geared for 4.3. I need it from the next, like, the alpha scape or the gamma scape or whatever it actually ends up being.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just level a healer. Whatever. Maybe.
Like, don't you already have one leveled?
I have all of them leveled to 70. I think they're all, like, item level, like, 320, 325. We'll get to talk about healers a little bit today, because I've got words. I've got words for healers after my experiences in the last week or so of PvP. Oh man. So you don't have any complaints because you're working on Ultimate.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only reason.
That's it. That's the only reason I need. That's content enough for me because I'm already busy with all the other days of my week, like stream wise and everything, content wise, everything I do. But yeah, like my days are taken up by Ultimate and maybe gathering a little.
How you doing on Ultimate?
I'm making a little progress on Nail. We're actually making good progress on Nail, which is a good thing. We still haven't seen Bahamut, so hopefully. Like, we had
just wait till Fersh
we've had personnel issues, so it's the only thing.
Oh, I'm well aware of said issues. I've raided a few times, Sly. A few times in my day. Hey, at least be glad you get to do it. I have to distract myself from the fact that all the groups I know need ninjas and not any other melee because they already have that other melee slot filled. So that's what my days are filled with. So for me, it's not so much a complaint. I have a hard time logging into 14 because as soon as I log in, I'm like, this is an ultimate. This is an ultimate. I just want.
It's rival wings.
Oh, let me go kill. Let me go do my daily hunts to level my black mage. That's not ultimate. That's not. Oh, great. Let me do my Kojin beast tribes, which are not ultimate.
Oh yeah, I am doing those too.
Are you done? You should be done by level. You should be max rank with those by now. Oh, Sly, come on.
Yeah.
Sly, I literally didn't even do them for a week and a half because I was traveling, and I'm done with them, like rank wise.
Yeah, about.
All right, you know what? I'll forgive you because you actually get to do ultimate. Who's got time for beast tribes? Who's got time? Who's got 15 minutes for beast tribes?
Yeah,
you got ultimate frog.
Who's got like 10 minutes for?
You got Warframe Wednesdays, Shin Megami Saturdays. You got ultimate. You don't have time for that.
I mean Sunday. Yeah, that's a day I actually.
Oh well, I mean,
do.
If you have time for it Sunday, then you'll be done in like 8 months, approximately.
Right.
It's like nothing. It's like nothing. You don't need the mount and the outfit anyway. Who needs that?
Yeah, who needs that shit?
Who needs that? Okay. Well, that's okay. That's fine because your crafters are leveled and mine aren't. So I'm waiting on 4.3 for that.
Yeah, I still need to get the Alamegan stuff. That's another thing I've been pushing off to the side for my crafters is getting the Alamegan stuff from making it.
I just want
because I barely meet the requirements to make it. With food and tea and everything.
Listen, I meet the requirements to repair my gear, and that's all that matters to me. Can I repair my gear? Yes.
Can you retrieve your materia yet?
Yeah.
No? Okay, good.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, you got the main things. You got priorities.
Yeah, I got priorities. Listen, I did that with the Mughals back at Heavensward, and I'm still set. When 4.3 rolls around, I don't want to have all my crafters leveled by the time the new crafting beast tribes come out. That's such a waste, right? That's all the XP that could have gone to good use. And now I'll get to use it.
What are you using your leaves for? Are you using your leaves for anything?
Well, no.
Okay then. Use them.
That would imply, Sly, that I want to use them in the first place. There has to be a desire there. Like, okay, I want to use my leave quests. All right, I should level my crafters. Okay, but Sly, the getting to the I should level my crafters part hasn't happened. I get to the, hey, I've got spare leave quests, and then I just go do something else.
Probably have max leave quests. Right?
Oh yeah, I've had max leave quests. Dude, if not for leveling Gathering at the beginning of Stormblood, I'd have had max leave quests for like a year and a half now. I could honestly, and I've got so much money, I could just buy leave kits. Chat's got a good point. I could just buy leave kits. I don't even have to. I did that in Heavensward actually. I bought leave kits for everything. I just didn't care. It was like, oh, who wants to make me? Yep, 1 to 50. Give me a leave kit from 1 to 50, or 15 to 50. Not 1 to 50. Yeah, 15 to 50 for most of them. Yeah, it's just whatever. It's just I'm sitting on 140. Yeah, 145 mil. I've got some millions in the bank. It's like whatever. I'm good. But that's the thing. Without ultimate, my only goal I desire is ultimate. So my micro goals otherwise are just leveling at this point. Anything that's not a crafter, pretty much. Or fishing, because fuck that. But anyway, don't give me that look. I saw that look in your eye when I said fuck fishing. I saw that look.
It's not really a look because I agree with you for 60 to 70.
Our fishing was so easy, 60 to 70.
It's easy, but they took the fun out of it.
They took the fun? What? Okay, so what fun was in it? Educate me.
50 to 60 was fun. I mean, I felt like I was doing something at least from 50 to 60. 60 to 70, it's like they kind of take it out of your hands and you're just there. Right? Like 50 to 60 was a fun. 60 to 70 is you're not going to be able to do collectibles, just grind. Period.
Ah, okay, yeah, that does sound bad. That doesn't sound great at all. Okay, but Sly, the reason fishing's not 60 in the first place is because I didn't like it before, so I just won't like. So now I have even more motivation not to do it. Is what you're telling me?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Chat wants a gif of you fighting Bahamut and me crying in the corner, because that's accurate. It's accurate to how I feel on the inside, at the very least.
Like all the other kids are outside playing, and you're in the house. Grounded. Yeah,
I'm living in an inner city apartment. The fire hydrant was popped outside. Everyone's having fun, but I'm stuck inside, like doing an essay or something, and fam won't let me leave. Yeah. That's how I feel when I don't get to do ultimate, like an inner city kid who's not allowed to play outside in the fire hydrant water. And that's depressing because it's hot outside when it's summer in the inner cities. You know what I mean?
Well, you got that LA heat to deal with.
Yeah, well, I'm not in inner city LA, so it doesn't apply. And I also haven't seen a fire hydrant since I've been here, or at least I haven't looked for one at the very least. So I'm sure there is one like around the corner somewhere. Okay,
maybe.
So anyway, so you're working on ultimate. I'm working on not crying. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now while we wait. So it has been 6 weeks since 4.1. Do you know it's only been 6 weeks? 6, 7, 6. A week since Rival Wings. Rival Wings came out last week.
Mm-hmm.
No, Rival Wings came out 6 weeks after, so it's been 7 weeks. I think I was surprised that Rival Wings was 6 weeks instead of 5. I don't remember anymore. It's just everything's a blur.
Time's stupid.
I mean, it is, but so am I. So you know, time and I are even. Are even? Yeah, are even. There you go. So with that out of the way, I think the main thing I'm noticing this patch is I didn't think I was gonna miss it. But I am really missing a relic weapon grind in my odd-numbered patches.
You actually miss that?
I miss it. Because that was like always my like one super time-consuming goal for like when there was a lull. And I didn't mind doing it because I was going to do it anyway. But I'm noticing that in terms of like motivation to log in, that feels like the Eureka not making it for 4.1. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Sly.
But you're just going to blaze through it, and then you're going to feel it again.
I will not blaze through it, man. I try not to blaze through them. I just do them for my entire stream. Like, I'm not like, after the stream, I'm not like, yeah, I need to keep going, I need to get it done. I'm like, okay, stream's done, I'm done with this for the day.
Well, I'm trying to think. The last step was the light phase. And I did that in, like, what, 2 streams? Because it took, like, a day.
To be fair, that final step was a joke for both the Zodiac weapon and the Anima weapon.
Yeah.
So
right,
that's less fair. So I'd say that's a big thing. I think back to 2.1, and I remember we didn't have a Zodiac weapon for 2.1. We just had we had the weekly quest for the primals and Crystal Tower, but 2.1 really, I don't remember what kept me going through 2.1 to 2.2 as much as I remember. As I remember 3.1 to 3.2 literally being carried for me by the excruciating item level 210 relic weapon grind. God, do you remember that? How many hundreds of Alexander runs it was taking to go through those? And I miss it. I want that. I want something that gives me that grind right now. I will never take.
Why do you miss it?
I will never take for granted that again.
Why do you miss that?
I don't know. I think the one thing I could probably get the most enjoyment out of right now that's like a long-term grind goal would probably be hunts. 2.1 had hunts, but I didn't. No, I actually had hunts. No, it didn't. 2.3 was no. 2.1 might have been hunts. I think 2.1 was hunts. I think it was treasure maps and hunts in the same patch. I think. Was hunts 2.3? I think chat's coming in to correct me. 2.3 was hunts. Okay. 2.1 was treasure maps, but 2.2 or 2.3 was hunts. It was one of the two.
Yeah, I didn't hit treasure map until like maybe 2.
Well, you didn't start playing till PS4 release anyway.
Yeah, like so I didn't hit it until like 2.5, I guess. I was like, wait, what is this? It's treasure map. You've never done a treasure map? No.
You know, to this day, you know how many people I run into that have no idea what that is? So many people have no idea.
People still don't do treasure maps.
Do you know how many people started playing in Stormblood that have no idea what the treasure map? Like, there's nothing in the game that tries to educate them until they see that quest in, like, Wineport. That's it. And then even then, that just gives you the dig and decipher things. It doesn't actually do anything for you in terms of educating you about how treasure maps work.
You would think you would see it, like, predominantly through live letters and everything, and he will be like, but, well, how do I get access to this?
Sly, how many times have we had the discussion that as much as we consume that information, most people don't?
And then the other side of the discussion about actually reading the patch notes and
Sly,
which would you rather do?
Sly,
we've had this discussion. I understand.
How many people don't read patch? How many times have you logged in, seen the first shout in Rolger's Reach, and the first question is, where is the next main story quest? Sly, that is literally the first thing listed on every major patch's patch note.
Yeah.
Do you know how often we see it in Rolger's Reach or Kurenai or whatever?
I know, because I tell them, look at the patch notes.
And people get really upset when you do that too. People get like you could have just answered me and was like, yeah, and you could also just look at the patch notes.
See, the thing is, I link the actual patch note. I was like, here, this is the link. This will tell you where exactly to go. Have fun. Then, you know, I'll get the obligatory, I'm on PS4. Then I'll just say, go. But look at the load zone.
That also doesn't change the fact, and chat brings this up, that I'm talking about people in Stormblood don't know. People who started playing in Stormblood, they're not going back and reading 2.1's patch notes to figure out what treasure maps are. No. Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean, it's like you can easily Google it and see where exactly to go to get it and everything.
Somebody just brought this up. We actually have a UI element telling you where the next story quest is, and we still get the shouts asking where the next story quest is. To be fair, I disabled that. Yeah, I disabled that.
Maybe they disabled it, yeah.
But you know it's there, and that if you don't want to look at the patch notes, that will tell you where the next one is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I think when you finish, it says to be continued.
Yep, that's why I removed it.
Yeah. And then you're just like, okay, well, to be never used again also, apparently. So, yeah. So... That's where I sit right now. I kind of feel like my only motivation might be those like daily leveling things and hunts. And hunts still get a really bad rep.
I can see why.
I don't know. On Gilgamesh, like, yeah, we got early pullers, but like kind of people just kind of deal with it. They just get there faster.
I mean, the only real hunts I'll do is when somebody calls out S rank. I'm like, okay, sure.
You'll never get the tiger like that though, Sly.
I gave up on that tiger the first week I heard about it.
You read the achievement, you're like, and nope,
not doing that shit.
One day,
sorry.
We've gotten a few on Gilgamesh recently.
Oh,
yeah. I'm in a link shell of people that very actively try to spawn S ranks. And they're super hardcore hunters, and it's not American Steak Theory, which is the more popular one on Gilgamesh, and they're there for everything, every possible hunt. Yeah, and then Mal in the chat's 108 short on it right now. That would be the third tiger. So there's one that's already there. There's another one this week, and then he'll have his in another 108 S ranks. That's, by the way, would like to remind you, that is not a short ordeal, 108 S. Oh, you're almost there.
No. That's like what? If I had to put a time frame on it.
How many hunts are in the game, Sly? Do you know that number?
Including A ranks and...
No, S ranks. Just S ranks. How many S ranks are there, Sly?
I had to go to Areola and see.
No, just count the zones. Just count the zones. How many are there in Stormblood?
I'd have to go to Ariel and see.
Sly!
I'm terrible.
There's 6 places with hunts in Stormblood. There's 6 in Heavensward, 6 in Stormblood, and 17 in A Realm Reborn. Sly, just add them up. Stop trying to go to the website. I just gave you the numbers. There's 29. Sly. And those, depending on which, if it's from A Realm Reborn or if it's from Heavensward Stormblood, because those have different spawn rates, let's just say on average that this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Let's just throw 60 or like 70 hours at it. I think like the average is like is way lower than that if we were to like A Realm Reborn's way shorter than Heavensward Stormblood, basically. So let's just throw the average at 60 hours just for the sake of easily calculating it out. There's 29 of them. He needs 108, and that's assuming he's present for all 29 of them every time. And 60 hours,
which he won't be.
You'd be surprised. 2.5 so it's like 2.5 days. Every 2.5 days you can get, in theory, like 29 done, approximately. So he's not that far, if you think about it like that.
But we're assuming that he's going to be there for every single one.
Listen, Sly, you'd really be surprised at how frequently I find these people at these hunts. I'm just like, no, there's no one, and they're all here. 7 a.m., 4 p.m., it doesn't matter. It's just like, they're there, and they're ready to go.
But I will say this: hunts have gotten better in terms of my server, because we don't have Behemoth's hero, quote unquote.
Is that your early puller? Behemoth's hero.
No. Like, it's either Scap or Ricky, and like their rule is if you see it, you pull it. Like, I remember the time I joined their group, I joined their party just for a hunt, and they were like, the only way you can join this party is if you see it, you pull it. But I'm a Dragoon. You see it, you pull it. I can't do this, buddy.
I can't do this. I can't, no. So we have a similar problem on Gilgamesh. Something very recently that happened is somebody was botting all hunts. A rank, S rank, doesn't matter. What I mean by botting is basically their character hovers in a zone that has a timer that's like kind of close to being able to spawn, or people are meeting the condition to spawn it, whatever, right? And it'll automatically, without even thinking about it, just claim the S rank. If it's like a Realm Reborn, I think it's automatic. If it's Heavensward or Stormblood, I think it fills its part. It automatically invites people typing LFG till it gets 8 and then instantly pulls. That's not a person. This is a bot that does this. This person was banned for this, got unbanned after however long, and is doing it again.
You think it would accept please invite? No, just LFG.
You know, there's so many people who are like, yeah, I joined this party, and the dude just pulled as soon as it filled.
Smart. I'll say that.
Smart. I mean, smart, but a pain in our asses.
Yeah,
if there's more than one S rank,
it's smart.
Yeah, if there's more than one S rank possible to spawn, it's a disaster. With A Realm Reborn, because he can solo the A Realm Reborn ones. Realm Reborn S ranks are super easy.
Yeah.
But then it's just all downhill. And then they say thank you and disband. Hammer knows his Hammer's been invited by him before.
Ah.
Yeah. I was learning about him from other people, and then Hammer's like, so I just got invited by that guy you just said was doing that, and it's exactly like you said. Thank you, disband. Because they have to disband because the bot only knows to pull when the party fills from inviting people. It's bad. Bad, man. It's real bad. But for me, that's all I have because I don't have a relic. And sometimes the relic involved hunting, but it was weird because when the relic involved hunting, I never did hunting for the relic. But when I can do hunting on its own, I do, and I don't know why. I have like 140 cracked crystal or cracked clusters. I've got like stockpiles of grade 6 material. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't want to do them in conjunction with each other.
I wouldn't, honestly.
You'll what?
I wouldn't.
I mean, you don't like hunting, period.
I don't say I don't like hunting, period. in.
Sly, have you ever tried to spawn an S rank? I have.
When I had a necessary reason to, sure.
When did you have a necessary reason to try and spawn an S rank? So the only necessary reason is to spawn it so you can kill it, and that's it.
The week we found out, like, one, to get seals, but when I found out that they gave
clusters?
Clusters, yeah. Yeah, that was the
I know so many people that still didn't care. The last one I spawned was Salt and Light. Is the last one I spawned. I like spawning S ranks. It feels accomplishing when you fly over an area with a minion out, and you just S rank just there in front of you.
I love those random times when I'm not even looking for a hunt, and then I'm like, oh, and I'll just call it out in the link shells, like, because I'm a part of two, even though I don't hunt anymore. Yeah, I'll just call it out and I'll wait.
You'll just wait.
I'll just wait. I'll actually do it.
I see. I start streaming at 7 a.m. There's always A ranks up. I just fly past. At that point in the morning, I'm like not willing to stand there. You won't
even be a good Samaritan. Are you a part of a link shell?
Yeah, I'm part of the link shell that does the S rank hunting. But not everyone's
not A rank hunting though.
They'll hunt A ranks if there's no S ranks.
Okay,
but if there's S ranks,
if you see it, you won't even call it out.
No, dude. Half the time, Mal's watching my stream and he'll call it out anyway. Like, hey, if anyone needs him, the area is in the middle of the map in the fringes. But that brings up a good point. I'm talking about Gilgamesh's hunting experience. Sly. Gilgamesh is no longer closed.
Hooray for Gilgamesh!
It was getting real bad, Sly. A lot of people just say, "Oh, you know, fuck you. You guys had it so good for so long." It got really bad in the time it was closed. Like, for the first 3 months, I was like, okay, it was a good thing they did this. They should undo it soon. And then, like, by the 4th, 5th, getting close to the 6th month before they finally opened again, it was like, wow, there's nobody here. They all left for servers that are not Gilgamesh. You guys, you did it, Square Enix. You did it. Gilgamesh is no longer congested.
So, this begs the question.
Okay.
Will Balmung ever be open?
No. I actually think at some point they have to go open. Like, you can't be closed forever and not eventually be uncongested. But the people who play on Balmung are not like the people who came to Gilgamesh for the reason they came. People who came to Gilgamesh for the raid environment, which by the way is no longer the reason why people are on Gilgamesh. Like, so that's why it's no longer congested. Balmung people are on there for the community.
ERP?
No, the community, Sly.
The ERP?
The community.
Sure. That's community.
Sly the community.
No. It's like Hooters. They're there for the experience.
I can't believe that came full circle. From pre-show talking about Hooters to now the actual
experience
show.
In more ways than one. Yeah.
Sly, I can't believe that went full circle. You know what? I applaud you for bringing that back from pre-show. Now everyone who's watching this on YouTube, you have to go to Twitch and find the pre-show and watch it, because you'll understand this conversation a whole lot more. But we're staying on topic here, Sly. We're staying on topic here. You want to know how you know Gilgamesh is like really, really no longer congested? We got Gil selling bots back in the main cities again. We haven't had that. You know how long it's been since I've seen an RMT on Gilgamesh? Once they all got banned, that was it. They couldn't come back.
Since 2.0-ish?
No, since 4.0, and it was like locked. Like, even when Gilgamesh was like congested, like they would maybe find a few ways to get in like really early in the morning, like a normal player would, but we have RMT back in Greg, and they're not making just a few accounts. Like, it's regularly open for making characters in the morning. So
how you feel about that?
It's
obviously really, RMT again.
It's so weird, man. You know, I have a character on Famfrit, and every time I log on, I see it because I'm in Limsa. every time. Never have I seen it on Gilgamesh when I go to Limsa in like so long has it been. Not getting any tells, not getting no say messages, nothing. And now they're back. I don't know if I should just report the bot, or if I should fear them and just make some distance and never go back to Limsa.
Do what people normally do, just fucking ignore it. If you want to report it, sure, but kind of
Sly, I don't think the best advice is just ignore them. You should be reporting.
Sees the shit. You should be, but I'm on a server that has consistently seen bots like every day, and you kind of hate it, but you kind of get used to it. Like, okay, I get this, I get to shout, I get to tell. If I get a tell, I'll report. But if it's just a shout, I'm like, okay, all right, move on. It's a bot. We know they're there. Yeah,
it's bad. I'm scared, Sly. I don't want us to close again, but I'm afraid of the RMTs. I'm afraid of the RMTs.
You'll get used to it.
Chat says they can only see movement. Just very slowly walk up to them, so they don't teleport away. So they don't teleport into the ground, and you're like, "Is it quicksand, or is he just?" Nope. That's hacking. That's hacking down there. Good life on Gilgamesh. You know what else is a good life on Gilgamesh? Rival Wings. Sly, what are you making that face for?
For the conversation we had last week about Rival Wings, I'm actually surprised you're doing it this much.
So I haven't done it that much. I played last Tuesday. I played it for most of the stream, and then I switched to World of Final Fantasy, because I already shared with you a bunch of my criticisms from last week regarding the mode, and I still maintain those criticisms. But what I wanted to see this week, with weekly reset, Rabanasti, and I guess that's all, because I haven't done Omega Savage in a while, because all anyone I know wants to do is Ultimate, and they're doing it, but without me, because I'm not a fucking ninja. What's it called? I wanted to see if people had come up with like a set plan, like the way Shatter works and the way that Seas works. I wanted to see what the community has come up with for the plan for playing a match of Rival Wings. And
Happy, is there a plan?
There is a plan. The plan is all 24 people on each team go get the generator first. That is plan number 1. Once you have the generator, collect some ceruleum, and then get your oppressors and your cruise chasers as quickly as possible to their towers. Now, that's the plan. Does it work that way most of the time?
No.
Here's the plan. Not as clean.
Here's the plan I've noticed. 1, you had the first step right. Get the generator. Part number 2, fuck off in whatever lane you want to go to and just do whatever. I mean, yeah, you'll have some... like that one person who will want to get ceruleum and everything. And then, surprisingly, you still have people, new mode, who dis? What team am I on? What do I do? Which bot do I get? How do I use this?
Oh, no. Are you implying people ask questions?
Yes. People do ask questions.
No, man. People just get in the bot and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Oh, we need oppressors? Great. Let me hop in one and then just fire missiles in the middle of the map for no reason. I've never seen a single person in any of the, I guess maybe 20 plus games I played go, hey, what do I do? Please inform me so I do not make a mistake. No, it's, ooh, bot. Ooh, call it the ooh presser, because there's like ooh big missile. That's it. That's all I see.
Rival Wings scares me.
It scares you? Why?
It scares me.
Why does it scare you?
Well, 1, it's the new. It's the new. Everybody is attracted to the new. I get, and there are still a few first week jitters and, what's this? How do I do this? You know, all those questions. I'm among the minority that still prefers Shatter for some reason. I like Shatter more than we're not going to go down that conversation. We're not going to go down that road. I'm just saying, I still like Shatter over this for some reason.
So so here, I'll give you this. Today, I had an experience that took all the wind out of my sails for the rest of the games that I played today. I had 5 people hitting a healer. 5? 4. 4 people hitting a healer. It was 2 bards, me, and a paladin. We did 2 LBs. He got CC'd once and didn't die.
How long did you stay with the struggle? How long did you keep at it?
I kept at the struggle of being a DPS in a healer's world for about 7 games today before I said, fuck it. I'm playing healer in PvP. There was a point where I realized I was defeated. I was
by one healer.
No, by all of them. When we went to go take mid and 4 healers put up a barrier, both figuratively and literally, that made taking that middle impossible without an extra 4 people to take them out. We then realized that's it. I'm going healer. Because it's not a pleasant life for DPS. Tanks probably do okay because they could CC the healers, so that's pretty nice.
Right.
When I went Astro, man, the quality of life just went way up. I have you seen what the healers have in their kits for the expansion? Like, have you seen it?
In regards to PvP.
In regards to PvP.
Yeah.
I went on Astro.
It doesn't seem that, from a DPS standpoint, it doesn't seem that bad.
Man, when I have an Essential Dignity every 10 seconds, Sly, let me tell you, having Essential Dignity every 10 seconds adds up pretty quick. What's that? I'm getting bursted and the other healer? Sure, I'll just Sinister and spam Benefic 2 on myself. Fantastic. What's that? I get a free heal for 2,000 potency every 10 seconds that goes up in potency if they're lower on health? Great. What's that? I could take 25% less damage? Oh, God.
Again, in this first situation where y'all pretty much ganged up on a healer, how many people did you say? It was you.
It was 4.
Paladin.
And 2 bards. No, it was a warrior. It was a tank, I said. It was a warrior.
It was a warrior, you, and 2 bards.
Yeah.
You need more of a Wu-Tang than that. You really have to Wu-Tang.
But the problem is, Sly, I shouldn't need that many things to kill one person.
It's like you said, it's the kit. It's an amazing kit a healer has in terms of PvP. I haven't done Feast in a while. Even when I was doing Feast, like maybe a month or 2 ago, when I wanted to climb the ranks, healers were annoying. I've lost many a match down to like the very last 5 seconds, just because of healer bullshit. So yeah,
okay,
it's a tremendous kit.
It is. No, it's absolutely tremendous.
It's not perfect. There's no way. It's in no way, shape, or form perfect. They're still killable. They're not gods.
They might as well be. Sly, here's the thing: we have 24 people to a team. If they have 6 healers and I need a Wu-Tang for each of them, we're gonna have a problem. I can't Wu-Tang that many people against 6 healers when there's an entire PvP.
You Wu-Tang one at a time. That's the thing about the Wu-Tang. It's a collective movement that you need. It's collective. It's organized. You Wu-Tang one at a time. You can't split the Wu-Tang. That's not how.
If you try to Wu-Tang one at a time and there's 6 of them though. Something's gonna go awry at some point. And the thing is, I feel like if they pull any of these numbers back, it's gonna be the other way. Like, I've been killed. I've been killed as a healer. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Because all I know is press heal, don't die. And it worked most of it. I won.
Isn't that pretty much it?
Yeah, but
That's pretty much it.
I won most of the games when I started going healer. I started winning most of those games. Like when I realized I could 1v1 a cruise chaser and win as a healer, like easy, I was like, okay, this is stupid. I literally, it's like, oh, what's that? Yeah, laser X sword. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Did you have something else for me? When I see healers die to laser X sword, I'm just like, you better have been getting hit by something else, because if it's just laser X sword, you should not die as a healer unless you're already out of MP or somebody else is hitting you. It's insane. And then it's literally like, okay, one heal, Malfic, one heal, Malfic, one heal. I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen, but I shouldn't be able to 1v1 the mechs in the PvP. The only one I can't 1v1 is Brute Justice, because he can double rocket punch Mega Beam, and that can end poorly. It can. Sometimes it doesn't, but it can end poorly, at the very least.
So what you're saying is, not in terms of Rival Wings, but in PvP in general, this is something that needs to be addressed.
Dude, there's a lot of things that need to be addressed. In Rival Wings in particular. Dude, the list from last week has only gotten longer.
Okay. What have you added to that list?
What have I added? I guess it's more specifics, like the generator.
Okay.
Now that everyone's strategy is the generator in the middle, it pretty much does determine who wins and who loses at this point, who has the generator. And I don't know. The fact that I could take 6 healers and hold the generator, pretty much never lose it, kind of sucks. And whichever team can successfully grab it and hold it with just a wall of healers, most likely team to win. Because it's really the however many healers you have and whatever mechs you have. And the players are just the fodder in between. That's how it feels, at least.
All right. So besides the wall of healers, what else?
Ceruleum, I would very much like to trade its effect for something else. I really like grabbing 10 Ceruleum for my team. It feels really shitty when you're behind, don't have the generator, and you pick up Ceruleum. Because you're like, great, my team has it. Okay, other 5 teams are still fucked, so we better go get the generator. Oh, but there's 6 healers at the generator. And if you bring 6 healers to then deal with the 6 healers, you'll never get the generator. You just also will be able to stay there and keep them busy. You know how I got the generator? I had to pull 3 healers into the basement following me. That's the only way. It's just to somehow get ones that were like, get him! And that was the only way.
Okay.
And I have like 88 more wins to go, so it's going to be a long, long trip.
You're actually going for... Wait. You're actually going.
I'm just giving you a frame of, like, time. Dude, with the season, the gaming season that's coming up, I'm actually pretty grateful for 4.1 right now not having a relic, but at the same time, I wish 4.1 had a relic.
But the fact of the matter is, this is still on your list, and you even, like, enumerated how many more wins you have to go, which means you're going for it.
Sly,
and my question is why?
Let me put it this way, Sly. Rival Wings in its current form, if I get to 100 wins, I will stop doing it. So when I say I have 88 more, it's not so much a goal as much as it is I feel my limit.
I don't think you're going to reach that goal.
Nope.
I think you'll give up.
I don't think so either.
You'll give up well before that goal even gets close.
So the reason I'm going to give up well before that goal, though, is because of this gaming season we got coming up, though. Like... This Friday, from the start of this Friday to like middle of February, is like, that's it, man. I don't know how any of us are gonna survive that.
Doable. I mean, well, okay, for you, since we went over this in pre-show, pre-show, but you have quite a list.
I do have quite a list. And you want to know the shitty part about that list is that at the very end of it, there's like 6 things all at once, and one of them's 4.2.
So, again, we've done this before, much to the dismay of everybody who was watching, because that was a brilliant.
I love that show. That show was a lot of fun for me.
It was fun. Y'all fucking hated it, but it was fun. So, what's on your list?
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is this Friday. Technically, Star Ocean 4 HD came out today. So that's 2 to start. I'm going to Canada on Saturday, so I don't only get to play one day of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And then I don't get back till Monday, so it's going to be 3 days before I play it again. We have Monster Hunter World Beta, December 9th through the 12th. Episode Ignis for Final Fantasy 15th to 13th. Pocket Edition for 15th is probably sometime in December, because it says it's due out fall 2017. So I'm assuming sometime before Winter Solstice. Dauntless has its Sharpen Your Skills update. There's one I'm missing for December. Something's slipping my mind. I don't know. There's something else slipping my mind there. And then I'm hoping for an open beta for Dissidia or Dragon Ball FighterZ Z. There's that. The big problem is the end of January, Sly.
Of course. Because, like, not only... Okay, in regards to all that, you know, World is probably going to be the only thing. The World Beta in December is probably going to be the only thing. Plus the GT Sport patch that includes campaign and cars and everything. Dauntless patch, new weapons and everything. Those will be my main three. It's all I pretty much have time for.
That makes sense.
But then we, like you said, we get to January. Now January is going to be the struggle. We're happy mainly.
No, for everyone.
Is everybody gonna do everything? You're doing everything. I'm separating you from the majority of the demographic because they might not be doing everything like you're
doing everything.
So we're talking about you. So January hits like late January. And like there's a list in terms of late January. Let's start with the relevant, which is 4.2.
So 4.2, to be fair, we don't have a date for it yet. The next live letter is in the middle of December, which when they say middle of December, it means like the 26th for some reason, because it's not the 1st or the 31st. So it's, for some reason, when they say middle of a month, it literally means any day between like the 1st and the final day, depending on the month. If it's the 28th, 30th, 31st, doesn't matter. Okay. We have that, and we'll probably have another one in January, in the middle of January. So those are our two live letters leading up. We are guesstimating that the next patch is end of January, beginning of February. If it's the end of January, it's not a great time.
In the middle of a lot of shit.
Sly, do you want me to run off a quick list of at least the things I'm remembering off the top of my head?
Yeah, some of these things I know too.
Monster Hunter World.
Of course.
PS4 and Xbox, not PC, just to be clear.
Not PC.
Not PC.
Not yet. Not yet.
I believe Dragon Ball FighterZ Z is near the end of January. I believe Lost Sphere is the end of January. I believe that Dissidia is the end of January. I think Ni no Kuni 2 is towards the end of January. I don't think it's like at the end. I think it's yeah. So chat says that PSN says 119. So January 19th. So close to the end, but not all the way there. We have the potential 4.2, most likely. And I feel like there's something else I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing something, Sly. That doesn't feel like my complete list. Secret of Mana, I know, is like second week of February. I'm not worried about that. Second week of February, I'm not worried about.
When usually is the end of Q1?
The end of what?
Q1, quarter one.
That's like March.
Awesome.
By the way, I think for Ni no Kuni 2, I think the PC version, the PS4, I think one of them releases in the summer. So realistically, I could delay that one, but I don't want to. I think Ni no Kuni 2 is like, it's summer for PC and like January for PS4. Maybe something along those lines. I don't know. Or maybe it's between Japanese and English. I don't know. I know there's two different release dates for Ni no Kuni 2. I just don't know which one belongs to what. So who knows? Maybe I'm okay. But what the fuck was that? Printer? I didn't turn my printer on, dude. There's a fucking ghost in here. That's fucking scary, dude. PC version of 15 is Q1. We don't have a date. Printer. Seriously, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm scared. It was off. It's now on. I'm gonna die, Sly. The printer ghost is gonna fucking get me, dude. If it prints a message,
something?
if it prints a message, I'm running. I'm running. If it says you're next, I'm out. This is my tape. This is the last you'll ever hear of me. Sly, you're running the show once I'm dead, all right?
Sure.
Next week you're on it. Can you be finished so I can continue my show? I'm scared,
what
dude.
does it actually say? Well,
it doesn't say anything. It's just making noises. But it was off is my concern. I hope it's just cleaning itself or something. I don't know. Aloha, did you do this? We have a... Oh, Aloha's not in there. Must be him. Somehow. New apartment is haunted. Okay. Okay, so that's where we sit right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have a few things in 14 to kill the time before then.
Yes.
Do you know what's happening in 14 next?
Well, I know
I'll give you a hint. A hat.
Fuck does that?
Slime hat. Dragon Quest event is returning, you fool.
Oh yeah, Breaking Brick Mountains. I was about.
Yeah. Yes. That's called Breaking Brick Mountains. A return of Breaking Brick Mountains. So for anyone who doesn't remember, what was the reason they did the 3-way collaboration? I can't remember the exact reason for the Final Fantasy 11X Dragon Quest 10X Final Fantasy 14 collab. I don't remember if it was I don't remember the reason. I think they just did it. Dragon Quest X launch? Really?
So, is it going to be the same event that we did?
Yeah, it's going to be just like the Final Fantasy 11 one. They're just returning it. I guess my only question is, why do you think they're bringing... I think Dragon Quest X just launched on an expansion, so maybe that's why. But we don't get that, so... I can understand maybe in Japan, but I guess they figure they have to do it globally?
Yeah. It's not like for them to do an event for one data center and not for the others, so
yeah. The only way that happens is China, because they have a different game basically altogether than we do. Yeah. So how do you feel about the idea of timed events like that returning? It's one thing where we had the Halloween event where they brought back the haunted house, by popular demand, because it was a big hit, and I'm glad they did bring it back. But this is an event where it was designed for one thing, and it's basically just being used again.
I'm used to it. I mean, look at what we got with 11. Like, I didn't do it again because I already know about it. If it's the same, I feel a little bit different if they, actually added on to it, but what legitimate reason do they have to add on or make anything different from the event?
To get the people who already did it doing it? I personally don't care because seasonal events are done in 10-15 minutes for me anyway. But that would be the reason, ultimately. So you're indifferent because some people, of course, are like, well, then... Sorry, Sly. You have a ghost, by the way, too. I don't know if you've noticed. Do you have a fan, by any chance?
AC. You're talking about the thing right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you have your own ghost in there, and it distracted me right there because I saw it. Yeah. Yeah, some people are upset because the idea of doing a limited time event is that you feel sort of pressured to do it, to get in, get on, and get it done. And then if you or someone who did that and then they bring it back, you're like, well, why the fuck did I stress it so much the first time? Or why did you even make it a time? Like, doing timed events like this that you're just going to bring back, it's almost like, why not just make them like the Garo event, some people would say. It's like, they're just there.
Make it a permanent thing.
They're just there all the time. Like, if you're gonna take them away and then bring them back, it's like, it's not like a campaign like some games do where you get like bonus EXP on a weekend or something. It's like, there's a fate with rewards from 2 years ago. Have fun if you weren't playing the game then.
Yeah, I'm just indifferent because I've seen it throughout the years, throughout my experience on 14, and it comes and it goes. That's just it. You do it once and you really don't get any benefit to doing it again. Again, still waiting on that, 15 collab.
Yeah, when are we getting the final? Because they keep talking about it. Whenever we ask, they go, "Yeah, we're working on it," and it's just like,
once all the patches for 15 hit, that's when we're gonna get it.
Dude, maybe when the PC version hits, who knows? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they were actually waiting for the PC launch of Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. They want to push people's attention towards it, especially for an MMO. Like, it would, because if it's on an MMO that's literally on PS4 or PC, two of the platforms that the game will be on at that time. So, and those are literally supposed to be for. They're not supposed to be just stuff for us. They're supposed to be like, hey, know that game? Go buy it. So, that's, I mean, actually, I think that could be right. I think you could be onto something. The real question is, do we get a car? Do we? No. Do we? Because, Sly, the joke is, nobody does mechanics because we don't have cars in Eorzea. But if we get a car, that joke's done. It is a horrible joke because we have other machines. But I went over this with my streamer.
We have Magitech.
Yeah. There is the 1-year anniversary stream for 15 tomorrow. Maybe they bring it up? It's been 1 year since it launched, Sly. It's been a year.
That's true.
It is. It's very true.
God, it's been a year.
It's been a year.
That's like,
it's been a year since 15 launched, man. We've been waiting for that collab the whole time.
Still not here.
Still not. Nope. What would you even want out of a 15 collab, in all honesty? I know some people want Ignis's hairstyle. They also want recipes. I'm sorry, recipe.
Not
recipes.
Weapons?
You mean like the, I don't know, you mean like the lightning, the lightning event?
Well, see, the thing about the weapons is they're pretty much similar to what we have in 14. I mean,
to be fair, all Final Fantasy weapons are similar in that case. Every fucking game has a sword, and we don't have the engine blade, I guess, but what with the engine blade for paladins really even look all that cool?
Again, these weapons would just be glam. You wouldn't.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like the lightning weapons.
Yeah.
Some people want a new recipe emote. Honestly, the one with the exclamation mark.
Eureka.
Yeah, the Eureka emote. Hey, you know what? We did have Eureka in the game before 4.1. It was just an emote. Imagine if they had made that emote and put it in the game in 4.1, as opposed to like when they actually added it. Hey guys, Eureka made it for 4.1. Just the emote. Well, that's it.
The Ring of the Lucia would be good too. That'd be a good touch.
But would it, like, how? I don't never zoom in and look at.
I mean, it's. What's the ring you get out of the gold saucer? I forget.
I don't know because I've never looked at it.
It's not a ring; it's an earring.
I've still never looked at it. Cactar? I don't know. Cactars, I think, is from their forum events and stuff.
Or is it it's out of the jumbo crackpot, whatever it is.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot that you could get a reward from that.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I want stuff for 14 now, like stuff that like would be like long-term goals, like the relic weapon. But I also just want to do ultimate, and if I can't log in and do ultimate, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I'm just in desperate Monkville over here.
But hey, like you said, you have rival wings, right?
Listen, man. Now that I've been turned on to the idea of playing a healer, the good news is my matches may take 20 minutes, and I may just be pressing Benefic 1, but I win. It's not super exhilarating. You should have seen my chat's reaction earlier when I was playing. I was standing mid fighting for the thing, but it ultimately boiled down to me standing there healing myself over and over again because I was just getting mauled, but I couldn't die. Everyone's just like, wow, that's exhilarating.
Exciting.
That's exciting. I guess that is a good question. 15 would be getting something from 14 too in a collaboration, because 15 gets new stuff. You know, they had the Assassin's Creed stuff. They had the things that looked like the Power... They weren't the Power Ranger outfits, but they looked like Power Ranger outfits.
Stole ears.
Why does it always...
Because she is our mascot.
I don't want that on Noctis. I don't want it.
But it seems likely.
Just ears?
I mean, how many times
We do have Final Fantasy XIV's Dragoon Spear already there. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But that's not part of the collab. We need something else.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yes, the only thing. Just cat ears. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have become Balmung. Cat ears. That's it. That's the only thing I want is cat ears.
ERP in 15. That would be a
Sly. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes. Cindy outfit for 14.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about adding the ERP because you said ERP in 15 and you said that, and I was like, no, that. No. Was that a car I just heard? I thought I heard a car that sounded like it was dead. I don't know.
ERP
dude.
for comrades?
Just
ERP for comrades?
I'm not going to lie. I thought when you said, oh, they can get ERP, because as soon as you said it, you were like, that would be, and I was like, no, that wouldn't be.
What's wrong with ERP for comrade? What? No?
Sly, the loading times take long enough. I don't need unloading times to be just as long. I'm just saying. I don't need that, man. See, I'm cool with ideas like that, like an Umbra minion for Final Fantasy XIV, Umbra and Prina, or things like that. I'm cool with those ideas. I think it's harder to figure out what in 14 you'd want for Final Fantasy 15.
Gentiana minion.
Why a minion of her? Why not the dogs that she has that are actually already companions? Which are also gods, by the way.
Gentiana is bae. What are you talking about?
So what does that have to do with a wind-up version of her? That has nothing to do with it.
Who else would it be?
Why make it? Just make Prina and someone brought up the Iris outfit. That reminds me. The Lise outfit's on the Mog Station now. The OG one. Or the beginning of 4.01. With the jacket. That's on the Mog Station.
And I'm glad you brought up Mog Station because the Cyber Monday deal still going until December 4th. Reminder. Anyone who wants, anything out of Mog Station, there's a pretty good sale going on until December 4th, so you might want to check some stuff out.
Yeah, if you want to buy stuff off the Mog Station, go crazy. Go crazy. But it's not dyeable. The Ida one. And I'm calling it the Ida one instead of the Lise one. I'm just going to call it that. I feel like she was still living in the shadow of her sister in that outfit, and now she's got her outfit. So, nah, never mind. It's the Lise outfit. Okay, but anyway, we've covered most of the topics that we can go through for a completely bullshit show. There is one thing I do want to bring up, however, and you brought it to my attention before the stream actually started, and that is the Yoshida project. So I'm going to pull this up on the screen shortly. So I saw a post for this. It was on Reddit, right? Right, Sly? Yeah, it was on Reddit.
Yeah, like I got the link. I got you.
You got me? All right, because I was going to grab it right now. All right, Sly's got the link. And it's to help celebrate Yoshi P's 45th birthday.
Now, when I was coming through Reddit to find topics for the show, I found this. And when I spoke to Happy about it, he let me know that I read the page and was like, yeah, they did this last year. I had an idea about this, and I come through the PDF of it, and it's a pretty good community thing. I thought it was well done, and like stuff like this kind of, it speaks to me in terms of what we being the Final Fantasy 14 community can do and what we are. So if anyone is interested in helping for the next iteration of the Thank You Yoshida project, if you have fan art, if you just want to say thank you to Yoshida, I posted the link in the chat. I read the fact they are planning one for the devs in general for sometime in 2018, because that was the first thing I thought. Well, there's Yoshida, but there's also Soken and everybody. There's, everybody.
It's just not their birthday. Although Yoshida's birthday is past.
Yeah, it's in May. Like, so they're already planning for May.
Yeah.
And yeah, so because it's if you read the current iteration, it's a lot. Thank yous, a lot of art, a lot of everything from the community. So again, if you want to be a part of it, I'll post the link one more time in the chat. Feel free to leave whatever you want to leave, whether it be fan art or just a thank you, whatnot. I'll probably end up leaving something as well. Probably, like, I remember the picture I got in the very first fan fest with Yoshida. I might leave that and thank you. So Mike, are you planning on getting in on this?
Yeah, I like reading this one specific thing. We're bringing it up on the podcast, and there's in very small print, which I've zoomed into. Please note we are keeping specifics vague on purpose due to Yoshida's online presence and the task of keeping the fine details a secret. Details of this project are kept secret so that Yoshida will not notice it online. Well, I think he probably knows this is happening at the very least. I don't think you can make this happen without him in some way.
I mean, do you think Yoshida is like combing Reddit right now and just, oh, there's this. I'm going to try to be surprised. So again, sorry, it's too good to not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he just doesn't know the particulars at the very least.
Right.
So basically, yeah, as Sly was saying, this is for his 45th birthday next year that this is for, not his 45th birthday that has just happened or is about to happen or has passed. He's 44 right now, will be turning 45 next year in May. So this basically is, video clip with thanking him, simple vlog, voiceover, your merchandise collection, game footage, doesn't matter. Audio to be in English or Japanese unless can supply text that can be used as substitutes. And then my website, I translate it by accident. So I have the English and the broken English from Google Translate, right? So just ignore, so this is what we're paying attention to. Mm-hmm. And then this is what the butchered version. So you can also give just text wishing him a happy birthday and thanks and all that stuff. Artwork, photos, anything like that can be included. They're going to put it in a book like they did last year as well. There's a submit form on there. Yoshida.thanks@gmail. I like it. Yoshida.thanks@gmail. They do also have FAQ deadlines February 1st. So if you do want to contribute to that, and I remember I think they did a dev post last year, like something on the dev blog about when he actually got it. If not, it was on the official forums. I think there was actually both. I think he made a thank you on the official forums, and he also included it in like while he was traveling for Stormblood stuff. I think he said that he had it with him or something like that. So, yeah, if you want to be involved, definitely take a look at that. I'll include it in the YouTube description as well for anyone watching there. If you're watching the audio-only version, I don't have descriptions on those. So
watching the audio-only version?
Yeah, watching the audio. Do you know how, like, you have the equalizer, you see the levels bounce? Yeah, you watch the audio. You don't do that?
No.
No? Well, you got to get in on it, man. That's the new hotness right there. No? Not quite on that? Not quite on that yet?
No happy.
No? I feel like I had one more thing to mention before we wrapped up the show this week. Since we know it's a bullshit show, we don't want to drag it on too much longer. As I like to call it, the bullshit show. You know what's funny? I actually did have a show planned this week. And it just didn't come through in time. I didn't know if it would.
Do you want to mention, or are you about to mention the idea you had in pre-show?
No. That's something.
You want to play that close to the chest.
I'm going to play that close to the chest, Sly. The thing that we talked about before we even went live. Shh. Yeah. Guys, you didn't hear anything. Sly, we're just...
You heard nothing.
You heard nothing. Then we never had a conversation right now. We're playing that close to the chest, Sly. All right. For now, it'll be known soon. So the thing that we originally were gonna attempt to go over this week, and it will likely be the topic for next week, fingers crossed. Got to do an interview with Kenji Sudo-san, which some of you may know as the lead developer for a recent piece of content. Some of you may be familiar with,
or are not as familiar with,
or you're a monk. And you have no idea. So I was hoping maybe I'd have that back by today. I didn't. So this isn't the thing we're playing close to chest. This is something different. So that's going to be hopefully the thing that we get to talk about next week, and hopefully we'll have something else to go on by then. So it's just a few quick questions with him regarding the development and how much he wanted to make us suffer and a few other things. But I don't have the answers back yet. I do know I'll have the answers back sometime, probably this week. Chat seems to think what we're playing closer to chest is Stay the Realm at Hooters. No, Sly!
Yeah, that's not until next year. I'm sorry. That's not until next year or the next...
Sly, if I'm in Las Vegas, I'm not going to Hooters.
Yes, you are. I still have to take F this, but yeah, you're coming along for the ride. Yes.
Sly, I want to eat
Hooters.
I want to eat food in Las Vegas.
You are eating food. Hooters fried pickles are fucking amazing. We'll get into this in post show. We're not gonna have this conversation right now, but that's gonna happen. Letting you know.
You're like Layla with Taco Bell. It's just so disappointing. Just so disappointing. Just you and him. It's just you both are so disappointing to me. just always. Anyway, okay. So with that, I think we can wrap up the show and move on into post show. Sorry, there wasn't really a huge focus this week. We kind of just talked about the current patch and like our current dealings and stuff. But hey, that's the content lull show. We have one every odd numbered patch, so you guys should at least to some degree be used to it by now. Before we go on into our sign offs and then on to post show, I'm gonna do the sponsor list now. Sly, see, didn't have to remind me again.
You're getting better.
I am getting better. So for anyone who doesn't know, recently, within the last three and a half months or so, we opened up Patreon to support the show. YouTube has been massively demonetizing, especially video game related content, for saying fuck at the beginning of the show and saying it again right now. The show usually gets demonetized for the first like 48 hours or so,
or
approximately.
Blood.
Yeah. Wait, what? Or blood? Yeah, storm blood. It also triggers it.
Yeah.
So we opened up Patreon so that way it was never... no matter what it's the status of the demonetization, it's just, it goes live. As soon as it's on YouTube, it goes live. It doesn't matter if it's demonetized or not. We don't care. So for that, we have sponsor tiers, and for State of the Realm, we have quite a few here. Let's see. For our standard sponsors, we have Lexxie Valentine, Mantaru, and the Rivivus. I think I copy-pasted that, so it should be right. Rivivus, maybe, FC from Zodiark. We have Marsh Techie, Sour Cream and Chives from Genova, Ellisan Le'ore from Balmung, Velestra of Famfrit, Rynoet Chikara, Kiriyoshi, Ignis Fairgun from the Diablo server, Goetia Valefar of Siren, Jean-Francois Fersh of Faerie, Phoenix Free Company on Goblin, Serren from Zodiark. Those are our standard sponsors. Then our elite sponsors are Krovos Moonscar, Nakunayame of Balmung, Era, and the Avon Blanc Free Company on Zodiark, Johnny Odin on Tomberry, Private Mikey, Aqua's Sacrifice, Obaidal Shamsi, Spike, Rudy Rudiger, Nadia and Kurasame, Khuja Cross of the Genova server, Ahmed Kurenai Oni, Abdullah, Tin Colossus, Killer Hackman, Raul Jr, Darklight 2013, Arthur Mill Gaming Bishop, and Kiltastic Jones. I don't have a post-it note. I don't. I just have it, and I'm smart. Yeah. That's it.
But thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting the show.
Yes. You have something to say, Sly?
Say something.
What were you gonna say?
Say something, but
what are you gonna say?
Say it.
Oh, you were gonna. Is it the thing that was close to the chest again?
Yeah, I was about to, but I stopped myself.
You were about. How about this? Patrons, we will have something additional.
We'll have something soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll have something. We'll have something additional for you guys soon. There. Now it's still close to the chest, but there's scope. Does that help? Do you feel better about that slide?
Yeah, like I feel better because I kind of felt like a little bit shitty leaving them out of the loop. Like
they're not. No. They're in the loop. They are in the loop.
Okay.
They're in the loop, but there's nothing solidified yet.
Right.
BV. No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not doing it. I see what's typed in chat. I'm not doing it. We're gonna sign. We're gonna sign off. Move on to post show, and then we can. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So on that note, Sly, why don't you tell them where they can find you at and what your plans are this coming winter stuff?
Well, when I like to go out for a meal, you can find me at Hooters. But other than that, you can find me at twitch.tv/Slyakagreyfox. You can find me on Instagram at Sly, aka Greyfox07. You can find me on Twitter at Slythefox. You can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/thevelvetroom. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Slyakagreyfox. On winter plans, well, not a lot of.
How's your Thanksgiving, by the way? I didn't even fucking ask you.
Oh, Thanksgiving was good. I enjoyed my food comas because you're always gonna have at least two. The food coma in the middle of the day and the food coma that's gonna put you to sleep when you eat the leftovers. So yeah, it was good. It's really good. Loved it. What about you? First of all, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving, we went to Mel's family's place. We did hot pot for Thanksgiving. So you know, you got all the noodles and the soup and the daikon radishes and the different meats and the fish balls and, you know, the roe that goes in that's wrapped in the fish balls, and then, you know, I got some like a mixture of like some soy sauce and some chili powder, chili peppers actually, just mix that in for a nice extra little kick. Had some, you know, some sweets there as well. Played a little game where you how does it work? I don't remember the name of it. Where you got two teams and there's like a board. There's like 25 words and you got to figure out what the code word is or something like that by them giving you.
It was a tabletop.
Tabletop, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We did that and then went home and I recorded a Final Fantasy XI video for 3 hours. So that was my Thanksgiving. Yeah, and then saw Thor this weekend, so that was also good. Got some shaved ice afterwards as well, after Thanksgiving. That was nice. But other than that, I'm Mr. Happy. You can find me Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Mr. Happy1227. And what? What? No, what you gotta say?
Okay, you didn't hear it.
He said Hooters. He said Hooters. I just wanted him to say it again. All right. This coming weekend, I will be in Canada. If you are going to KupoCon in Toronto, I will be there. So high five if you're there. High five. Awesome. Good. It's my first time traveling internationally, but it's Canada. It doesn't really count. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this weekend. Other than that, just waiting for the game rush to hit me. And no, I'm not going to Hooters in Canada. God damn it. No. I'm going to like a Ruth's Chris or something. If I'm going to... That's it. I'll go get a steak or something.
So that's the show. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to all our Patreons. Or patrons, excuse me. We will see you next week. We will. We will see you next week, and we'll hopefully have a show. We'll hopefully have a show next week, like an organized one, not a hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. It's a show about nothing. It's a show about nothing.
Yeah, we won't have a Seinfeld show next week, hopefully. But anyway, we're going to move on over into post-show. Thank you again to our patrons. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you next week. And until then, take care.
See you next week.